Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Computer seems to be running a little bit slow this morning. I don't know what it is. Got a great video, though, planned out for you guys today. Today is my long video. This video takes every comment that was placed yesterday, and we're going to talk a little bit about them. So a lot of people like these videos. Some people don't because they do get pretty long. However, this gives you an idea what other YouTubers are asking about, what they're talking about, and it lets you hear their answers, and it lets you hear yours if you left a comment for me yesterday. So it's going to be a great video. It's going to probably be a little long. It all depends how many. It looked like there was 44 comments. Some of them, though, we talk about for a little while, and some of them are just simple good morning, which really helps out the algorithm still. So please, if you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute and hit the thumbs up button for me. Leave a comment, let me know your thoughts, and do the ultimate thing. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please help me out by hitting that subscribe. It really helps me out, and I can tell you, you're probably going to enjoy hearing some of these comments. One, if you're new to the channel, it's going to talk probably a little bit about precious metals, silver and gold, the type of videos that we do here on the channel. I think it's going to be a great video. So with that being said, let's jump right in. But before we do, let's take a quick minute and just see where silver and gold is priced at right now. With the markets all closed, the weekend is here. Let's see the prices. So right now we've got silver trading at $49.94, just under that $50 level. A lot of people thinking 50 bucks is the new floor. A lot of people think maybe it couldn't go under, even though we're 6 cents under, and we actually went a little bit lower on that today. We actually dipped all the way down to 48.71, and then as you can see, we had a quick jump back up. It didn't take long before it started climbing again. So who knows exactly what's going on, but what is showing is we're still continuing to have a deficit on silver, and eventually that deficit could cause problems. And it's not just going to be in silver, it's going to be in silver and gold. Taking a quick look at the gold price, we have gold right now trading at $4,064. It's up there, but it has been higher, but it's still doing a good job holding over that $4,000 level when a lot of other assets have been getting destroyed, including yours truly, Bitcoin. Bitcoin currently now sitting at $84,502, taking really a devastating hit as we go into the weekend. We'll see if this is going to go even lower, but here's the thing, it did go lower. So we know there's no real heavy support structure there, only because we've seen it go all the way down to 80,760 earlier yesterday. So who knows? We'll see if this can keep falling or if this is going to get propped up a little bit right around the 85,000. Here's the thing. Big money, I think, has most of their chips in. Excuse me. Once you've gotten to the point where you got all your chips in, all you can do is ask for more money. And when you're adding on the losses right now, like we're seeing, that does scare a lot of people off from wanting to add new money in. Taking a quick look at assets based off of market capitalization, we have gold still in number one, followed by Nvidia, Apple, Alphabet, and then Microsoft. As you can see, we did actually see these two do a little swapperoo. Whereas now Microsoft is in fifth and Google is in fourth. Google had a 3 1/3% jump yesterday, whereas Microsoft had a 1 1/3% down. We did also see silver take a hit yesterday, but it's nothing devastating. It's nothing that I'm worried about. And we do have Amazon, and then followed by Bitcoin. I actually thought Bitcoin was going to drop into ninth. It briefly glazed it, and I thought it was going to, and then it didn't quite fall enough. And Saudi Americor, I'm not sure I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, still sitting in the ninth, and then Broadcom in 10th. Taking a quick look real quick before we get into the comments. Debt still sitting at $38,225,000,000,000. And the DXY still sitting at 100. So DXY looking good. But all that is just comparing the US dollar to other fiat currencies. With that being said, now we're going to jump into what we always like to do every Saturday morning. We take all the comments from Friday. We're going to read them and talk a little bit about them. What is up, D-Man? Biggie, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're having a great night. Hello, T. I was wondering what your thoughts are about Monetary Metals, the leasing company. So important to know, Monetary Metals, the leasing company, not a bullion company. And I'm glad you put that in there, the leasing company. So I had to actually look and see and read up a little bit on their portfolio. I had to read a little bit about them and see what I could find out. So some people may or may not like my answer on this. So for those of you that don't know what this company is, Monetary Metals is a company that acts as a market maker, connecting investors who want to earn a yield on precious metals with businesses that need to lease gold and silver. It offers a yield on your gold, paid in gold, which is really good in my opinion. The program where investors can lease their gold and silver to qualifying businesses and receive interest payments in physical metals. For the business, it offers gold financing, simplified services, which provides capital without diluting the equity. So, assuming everything here, first of all, is on the up and up, I'm going to be honest, it sounds good. It sounds good at first, though, and I'm going to explain why. The first thing I like about this company, I guess, is they pay their interest in gold. So you're taking your gold, you're putting it up there, and you are getting paid interest in physical metal. Now, the question that I had to kind of look up was, what is the interest rate on the gold, and how much do you have to put in? So if someone wanted to get into this, the first thing they've got to do, minimum accounts can be opened with 10 ounces of gold. So 10 ounces. Well, with gold sitting at roughly $4,000, that means you have to start an account with $40,000. Then I started wondering, what is the interest rate on that? What do they pay you interest rate? Yeah, you can say you get paid interest in gold, but what are you going to get, a gram of gold? You know, how much gold are you going to get? So the interest rates appear to be between 2 and 4%. Now, with that being said, I'm assuming 2% comes with the minimum account, 4% comes in with the maximum account. I didn't find the specific where that changed. So I'm kind of making that assumption that if you put in the bare minimum to open an account, you're probably going to get the bare minimum interest rate. Because ultimately, your character, I hate to say this, probably doesn't matter. Your credit probably doesn't matter. A lot of that stuff doesn't matter because at the end of the day, they have your gold. Now, at 2%, I couldn't risk $40,000 in gold or 10 ounces of gold with a company for a 2% payment. Now, is 2% good? I mean, 2% is fair. It's hard to get good returns. What's cool about it is you still have your 10 ounces of gold. Now, right off the bat, I mean, gold has done phenomenal, up 50% this year. That's huge. Silver up 60% this year. Those numbers are big. So, I mean, you still have your gold at the end of the year. The only problem that I've seen with companies similar to this is sometimes companies overstep. And what I mean by overstepping is they say they're holding your gold, they're leasing your gold. When you lease your gold, you're basically renting your gold out to someone. And then they're going to rent it to someone else if they want, and so on. It's their gold. They just have an IOU. So I don't want my gold leaving my possession, or I don't want anybody to have access to it. I don't want someone to be able to step in. There's this old saying about, or the possibility that maybe that someday they're going to want to go in and confiscate everybody's gold. And here's the thing. They ain't going door to door, in my personal opinion. They will make a law, and maybe you'll have to turn it in. That's probably the best they'll be able to do. However, they will probably go after these big companies that are holding a lot of it, because they can swoop in with one net and take a huge chunk of gold. I mean, the average stacker, probably average stacker, does not have enough gold to have a SWAT team go to your house and hunt you down and figure out where it is and this and that. I don't believe that. So I kind of don't want any counterparty risk, or I want as little counterparty risk as I can get. I know some people would say, yeah, but you're getting your interest in gold, and that, like I said, is an awesome case to that. But it does still worry me, because, hey, there's a lot of stuff going on now in the world. And here's the thing. Down the road, when stuff really starts collapsing, if you believe that can happen, you have to wonder if they're going to have your gold when the time comes. Now, that's the best I can say on this comment from looking up and finding out the information. So I'm not against it per se, but I probably wouldn't do it. If I had a lot of gold or a lot of money, I mean, heck, I would probably end up saying, you know what, I'll take it. I'll take it, and I want my interest payments sent to me in gold. I don't want it rolling over. I want it all. I would put the money in, and at a 2%. Now, if you're up to 4%, well, that puts you in a really good spot. But at the end of the day, I would definitely want that gold. So I do like the fact that they pay interest in gold. So that's my answer to that one. I thank you so much for watching, commenting, and let's move on with the next question. Troll, how's it going, buddy? Even though auctions in my area are few and far between for silver and gold, coins and bullion, I have discovered people are scared to purchase at these near record prices. They will pay market value with no premium attached, but not more, for the fear prices may fall. I have used this to my advantage with purchasing fractional, as no one is willing to pay more than market value. So yeah, first of all, I think you're on the absolute right track there. From what I am seeing too in person, it's getting harder and harder to find people that are interested in purchasing silver and gold at these almost record highs, which is exactly what you said in your area as well as in mine. With that being said, though, if I do pick up something, I make sure that I'm picking up premium bullion. I don't want buffalo rounds for my $50 an ounce, and I ain't paying premiums. I'm looking for certain stuff. If it's, an American Silver Eagle or something cool, or it's some cool small gold coin that's a collectible with limited mintage, that is the kind of stuff that I like, and I'm willing to buy right now, even though the prices are high. I believe that I'm getting the metal closer to the metal price, and I'm also getting a collectible, which, if the price goes down, the collectibles tend to hold a little bit more still there. So that's the good thing about that. So yeah, that's about what I'm seeing, and I would agree with you 100%. I think you're better off to use this to pick up fractional stuff. I picked up a bunch of 1/10 ounce silver coins the other day, a bunch of 1/25 ounce silver coins, and I know some people out there, or I'm sorry, did I say that right? They were quarter ounce silver rounds and 1/10 ounce silver rounds. I picked that stuff up, no premium. I pretty much got it almost at spot price, so it was a good deal. I think there might have been a 50-cent premium on the whole per ounces, maybe $1. I picked up 4 ounces worth, and so I might have paid maybe a $4 or $5 premium as a whole. So I am using that to my advantage as well. Silver stacks. I would rather hold platinum and palladium than gold. $3,000 or $4,000 platinum midterm is no joke. $20,000 platinum is a long-term home run. Both these industrial metals are extremely rare compared to gold. Oh, and both are on the critical materials reserve. So, I don't doubt that. They have been. The problem is, I don't know if they were newly added. I would have to look. If they were newly added, that's a good thing. If they've been on the list for a while now, that's not a good thing. It's good that it's on the list, but it also means that they've already bought in, most likely. If they just added it, like silver and copper, that means they're going to have to start buying at some point. And I don't think the price is coming down enough to where, it's going to be a great deal. I think the price is going to stay high, and that's going to be it. But like I said, this is not financial advice, nor should it be considered as such. This is just my opinion, and I could be wrong. I just kind of give you guys my opinion, and this is for entertainment purposes only. So reset now, pit snooze. I was kind of reading it. Asked me if I wanted to reset the computer because it's late at night. So who knows? I could be wrong. That's why I always say it's not investment advice, just my opinion. Let's see. Owner Schroyer, I'm not sure I pronounced that right, was saying that Bitcoin follows a 1 year to the bottom, a 2 year to new top cycle. It was right on the money. Yeah, we are definitely seeing it fall right now. Bitcoin, a lot of people that are invested in Bitcoin are starting to question Bitcoin. A lot of people are selling. A lot of people feel like they've already lost too much and they don't want to sell. They're going to hold it, and I believe they could hold it till it goes down. What I find interesting is as it slowly keeps stepping down, there are people out there that are still buying it. And then when it steps down again, it's going to start making it to where these people are like, oh man, how much money am I going to lose before that's it? With gold and silver, it's doing a great job, in my opinion, holding. So hopefully it will continue to hold. We'll see how that plays out, and we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so which silver gold stacker channels do you watch regularly? This is from GETEX. I have a handful I usually watch, but so many new are so unscripted and unpolished presentations. When I first began watching in 2020, there were so many good ones with great info that motivated me to acquire various silver pieces and eventually gold. So the first part of this I'm going to put towards the end, and then I'm going to answer the second part first. So you're right. There are a lot of new silver channels and gold channels out there. I've been doing this for about 8 years. When I first started, there was a lot more that I really liked. Now I feel that I have outgrown a lot of the smaller channels. And I shouldn't say smaller, a lot of channels. And I watch a handful of them still to this day. Some of the ones that I like, I do watch SD Bullion on a regular basis, but mostly only on their Friday video. So if you've ever heard of that channel, SD Bullion's channel, now I'm trying to remember, James Anderson. I think his name's James Anderson. He makes their videos every Friday. Now, they might have other people that talk throughout little short videos throughout the week. I generally don't always watch them. I like James Anderson because he seems really smart. He is a little bullish, heavily bullish. But I like that he does a really good job putting together some of the most important clips that have came out throughout the week. But it's only one video a week, and it sometimes is only 12, 15 minutes. Sometimes if he finds a lot of clips that have came out that were really good, he'll put them all together, and he might have a 35-minute video. But in general, he does the one video, and I only watch that one video from that channel. There's a few others that I do watch. I watch Maneko once in a while. Not every time. It has to be a topic that I like. And Bald Guy Money and Silver Wolverine I do watch. That's pretty much it. I don't want to talk bad about the channels that I don't like because that might be inappropriate. So that's the deal with that. And here's another thing too. You said there's a lot of channels now that are unpolished and unscripted. Oh, and I got to give a quick little shout out to Mike Malone, or Mike Maloney. I don't know how he says his. I'm horrible. I should know how he says his last name, but I don't. I really just like his hidden secrets to money. He did an amazing job putting together approximately a 12 video series, each video about 1 hour, and it really does a good job on that. And I'm sure a lot of you have seen those 12 video series. I didn't really like the later ones because he talks more about Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, as he even bought some. I'm against that hardcore, and I will probably stay against that hardcore for a while until something just moves me to like it. And then a channel that's not a channel, just a video. I have watched this same video probably 50 times. I will see if I can put the link below, but you might be able to find it. It's called The American Dream is Gone, I think. What is it? I'll have to find it and put the link. It's a cartoon. I have showed this to a lot of different people. I've sat down, I've watched it with them, even kids. I mean, it was the first silver video that I watched with my kid. I mean, this is like, if you've watched religious Bible stories with your kid, this is a gold and silver story that you can watch with your kid, and it explains it. And it's a cartoon, and it does an amazing job explaining stuff. I will try to find the link, and I'll put it below the video so you guys can check it out. It tracks gold and silver as money from the beginning, and then it continues on all the way to current day. So it's a good video. So that's about it for that one. Thank you so much for watching and commenting. I appreciate it. GETX or GetX. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, or GetX. I don't know. 1951. I know you've been a member for a long time and a subscriber for a long time, so thank you. Okay, Bluetooth, what's up, buddy? I sold my position in Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I'm moving my money into metals-based assets such as the miners and the like. Okay, so yeah, I would definitely put cryptocurrencies at the bottom of my list. Miners, theoretically, gold and silver goes up, miners should go up. However, we've seen a window where they didn't seem to move as quick as having the physical metals. I don't talk much about miners on here, only because, like I've said in previous videos, there's too many mining companies that have done shady things like seeded mines, seeded samples. It's highly against the law, but it's an equivalent to like cooking the books. Not every company does that. There are some solid companies out there, some honest companies. I personally would just rather have physical metals. I don't need the miners. I can just buy the real thing. I don't need to lease it. I can just hold the real thing. There's a lot of reasons why I like physical, and I think it protects me from multiple things that could go wrong. Now, I know someone out there could say, oh, you could get robbed, and you're absolutely right. I mean, I could get robbed. However, I have some stuff in place. I don't go too much into it with my safety deposit boxes, because I know some people here are wholeheartedly against safety deposit boxes. They don't believe in them. They don't like them. The problem is I am very public and outspoken about precious metals. Therefore, I have had my house broken into, where they ended up coming right in my window went through my house, found nothing, but was not going to leave empty-handed. I lost a $1,000 digital Canon camera. I lost a whole entertainment system. Pretty much my medicine cabinet looked like it was just dumped in a pillowcase and taken, and a candy bowl, a bowl full of candy that was sitting on the table. No precious metals, nothing major. So that was a good thing. Obviously that stings still. I did have insurance. Insurance covered it. And so I wasn't really out anything major. That's why I like safety deposit boxes. It would be very hard if I had my precious metals at my house to try to argue that out with the insurance company. Some people know if it's something really expensive, you have to specifically state it on the insurance forms, and then you've got to document it out so they know everything you got, and then they're going to charge you a lot more in interest. I personally have never had one of my safety deposit boxes get broken into. I've never had it get stolen. I mean, the banks, they're supposed to have one of the two keys. I have the other key to them, and that's it. I mean, I don't really worry too much about it because of that. But like I said, if someone is quiet and doesn't tell people what they invest in, then, hey, I mean, why wouldn't you just maybe hold your own unless you're just worried about being broken into? Anything is possible. So, yeah, I understand where you're coming from about selling your position. Let's see. Prepare to be unprepared. Jenga only ends one way. So for those of you that don't know what that means, the game Jenga, where you start out with like 20 rows of 3 blocks and you keep sliding one block out until the tower falls. The game ends when the tower falls on somebody. Someone's trying to take a block out and the tower falls. And it always ends with the tower falling. And so, it's understandable. And the rule is you can't take the top block, obviously. And so with that being said, then, this system is going to eventually collapse. I believe it will too. And when that day comes, there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be left out in the cold, and it will just be too late. Let's see. Thank you for your update. I think, oh my word, these comments, and none of these are new. I'm probably not even going to read. I'll briefly read it. It's more likely Bitcoin and Ethereum will retest resistance to the upside and then pull back, but always changes. We can trade responsibly in the market. I'm grateful for Mr. Tommy Logan. This is a bot running for Tommy Logan, I guess, that came in. And if I were to pull up these accounts, I would find out these are all brand new accounts. Probably started within the last month or so. Let's see here. Boom. Open a new tab. Just so I know, I'm curious. No subscribers, no info, no nothing. The channel was created on November 21st of 2025. So this channel or this person opened an account today and then started talking about Tommy Logan, some kind of Bitcoin trader. This is exactly what I'm talking about with Bitcoin. A lot of computer people are behind Bitcoin. A lot of bots are promoting this stuff to a point where we had even seen when I was big into Shiba that we were tracking down some of the wallets and checking on the wallets, and a lot of wallets were being created, put a couple of Shiba coins in them, and then that's it. It just sits in the wallet. And then it counts as a Shiba wallet. And so every day you would see, oh, hey, now there's 100,000 Shiba wallets out there. That's 100,000 people probably investing in it. Oh, now there's 200,000, 300,000. And then you look at the wallets, they put maybe 2 or 3 coins in it, and it never moves and nothing. These are bots set up to try to trick people, in my opinion. And when I get comments like this, I don't delete them because, hey, everybody's entitled to put whatever. I assume that is the situation with that comment, but maybe I'm wrong and someone legitimately did just open an account and said, oh, I love this guy, I want to talk about him. And then he found 12 other people that just randomly opened up accounts recently and also wanted to talk about him, and just stumbled across my video to talk about him. So yeah, I don't put a lot of stock in that. But thank you for watching anyway. That's what I would say to that. Getting 10 more ounces today. Awesome. I think you had a great day to pick up some extra ounces. I'm assuming that means silver, maybe gold. You never know. Excuse me. There's definitely some deals out there with that. So congratulations on that. Let's see. Damn, Bitcoin has crushed. I sold it all. It's like I purchased more. Oh, that's psych. I was like, what is psych? Psych. I purchased more. I am going down with the ship. Hey, they got a song for you. I will go down with this ship. And you ain't alone. I'm going to talk about that here in just a minute. When there is blood in the street, even if it's your blood, you buy more. So you're not alone, testimonials. There's a lot of people out there that will go down with their ship on this. They will hold Bitcoin until their last dollar. And if you've taken a big hit on it, personally, I would probably just go with it too at that point. If you could get out, if we see a big jump and you could get out and be ahead or be even, then I probably would if it was me. But I understand where you're going from. I'm certainly not going to take a loss. I have held assets until it went up or until it burned to the ground. I had a piece of land that I had bought, and I had to wait to make my money back off it for a long time. And then I eventually sold it and made a couple of bucks. And then I've had assets where I'm still holding them. Case in point, some peacock coin that will probably never do anything, and it can sit there and rot before I sell it for the little bit of money that it's worth now. So who knows? Silver is everything Bitcoin wants to be. I would definitely agree with that. Bitcoin wishes it was gold. It uses a lot of the same stuff that the arguments that your pro stackers, guys like Peter Schiff, say something, and then all of a sudden the Bitcoin people say, oh, we could say that about Bitcoin too. Okay, you can say that about Bitcoin, that it's a way to decentralize your money from government, but nothing beats gold and silver in my opinion. And the price is definitely showing it. I mean, up as much as it's up already year to date. So I want gold and silver. I'm going to keep stacking it, and that's it. Knife collector, how's it going tonight? Hadn't seen you in a little while. Off topic. You sometimes have some long videos, and you post videos most every day. How long does your upload take? I have been trying to post a video on another account. It is about 8 minutes long and has been uploading for almost 15 hours. I read some people have had to upload to last for days. We'll talk about that in a second and what the problem is on that. I am used to the program. I'm used to a program to make a slide video, and maybe it's that file system, which is what I think it is your problem. We'll get to that here. System that is causing upload time to be more. It's a bit frustrating. My other videos uploaded from my laptop only took an hour or so. So yeah, what I would do if it was me is I would test uploading a video from your cell phone using nothing more than your camera. That's the first thing I would test. And I would make it a 10-minute video. Get a little tripod. Tripods are cheap. You can pick up a really nice someone bought me a really nice tripod the other day for $21. And I love it. Beautiful tripod. It works great. I couldn't be happier with it. Although now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not really 100% sure where I put it. Oh, darn. I don't know where I put it. Because I usually make my videos right now on the computer. If you're using something like OBS, Streamlabs, that's really good. It's quick to upload, and it does a lot of the work for me. But if you're doing it on your computer or a cell phone I think is going to be quick. That's why I like shooting from my cell phone. You could also check your internet, but you said some videos upload quick, some videos take longer. That tells me that it's actually what you're uploading it from. It's not your internet. So who knows? Like I said, a lot of times I use my mobile data for my camera phone, and then sometimes I'll use my computer, which eats my Wi-Fi. Obviously, the package deal that you have for your internet makes a difference too. But yeah, if it's taking you 15 hours, that is way too long. It's something in the program that you're using to upload it, I think. Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much. Good morning. Hope you're having a great day. Moving down the list. Some collectibles are up. A 9.0 graded Superman #1 just sold at Heritage Auction for $9.24 million. A world record. Original comic book art is way up. Have you considered looking into comics and original art as investments? Okay, so I've never looked into art as investments. I've got a few friends that do buy art. In fact, one guy bought a painting in Houston. He ended up buying it for like $40,000, and he sold the painting for $200,000. So that was a huge windfall profit. And then when it comes to comic books, I have actually collected comic books before. So I am aware that what comic books have big profit potential in them. However, I don't like that type of stuff. And the reason is we tend to see right now a lot of collectibles. Yeah, they're going up. They look great, but there's a lot more money in the system. When stuff comes crashing down, I think people are going to kind of realize at a certain point, I would just rather have physical metals, and that's going to be it. And they're going to go for that. So that's my thought on that. But I don't knock comic books, that's for sure. I mean, if you like collecting and investing in them, more power to you. Like I said, I had a bunch. I sold them actually to a member. I made a deal with him, and he traded me some silver $50, some silver nickels, and he ended up getting all my comic books. It might have been some silver quarters or $50 or whatever too. So, okay, let's see. I made sure to get around 4 a.m. and check the prices. So you get up at 4 a.m., check the prices. Like usual, silver was down around 48 and change. So I made a purchase and went back to bed. Far as fake coins go, it's a Ponzi scheme. And I feel bad for all the people that are going to lose thousands of dollars. So yeah, first of all, I have done that many of times. I have woken up in the middle of the night, checked the price in overnight trading, and my middle of the night is usually, like 3 or 4 in the morning, just like yours. Because I go to bed. I mean, clearly I go to bed late. It's already 1:10 a.m. in the morning right now. This video will be done being made probably 1:40, roughly 1:30, and then I'll upload it, set up the thumbnail and stuff. It'll be 2 o'clock. I'll have a snack, a drink, and then go to bed. And yeah, so I understand where you're coming from. I do that too. As for Ponzi scheme on fake coins. I don't know if you mean on silver coins or if you mean on all these crypto coins. Fake coins really do suck because a lot of people think they're buying precious metals and then they find out that they got fakes and they're just devastated. It sucks. It really does. It happens. You have to know what you're buying and just kind of roll with it. As for the coins, there's a million cryptos out there now. A lot of them are not going to last. It's going to be like the dot-com bubble. When it comes crashing down, a lot of people are going to be devastated and they're going to lose everything. Let's see. Some dealers are still not letting prices on some items lower as spot goes down. The spot goes down by $1. The price of the silver has not changed. It's really frustrating when you want to pick up a roll. So yeah, that's going to be part of the problem as we see the prices continue to escalate. A lot of people, if it happens too quick, they're not going to change the prices because it needs to stay down for a while. If silver is at $50, let's say, I buy some, I've got it in my store, and then we see silver drop to 45, I personally will not sell it for 45. Why? Because I'm not going to take a loss. I mean, I may not be able to get any for 45. If somebody comes in and has like 100 ounces and they ask me about them and I say, well, look, silver's at 45. I can give you, 43, maybe 42, maybe 44, whatever. They may sell, they may not sell. And then if they do sell, then I'll put some of that in the store and maybe say, okay, spot price is 45. I'll let it go for 46, 47, whatever the case may be. So yeah, but if they don't get any more in at that low price, they're not going to pass it on at a low price. Most people are not going to take a loss. Let's see. Good rain here in East Texas. Good opportunity to burn my brush pile today. So here's the thing. We were supposed to get rain down here in South Texas. We haven't gotten any yet. I can't believe that. So, but that's good because, I mean, to my understanding, the rain starts up there. And if they get a lot of rain up there, it will help fill our watershed. And we are in a horrible drought right now. So, okay, let's see. Walks with me. The hype button is kind of weird. It only shows up occasionally with all these big companies doing this mass layoffs. Crypto is in the toilet. Stocks are dropping. I think this year is going to end on a down note. We are going to have to get our finances straight. And that includes the government. So absolutely. So a lot of stuff is kind of going in the toilet right now. Like you said, whether it's cryptos, whether it's stocks, whether it's even precious metals are down a little bit. But I feel comfortable with precious metals still. The reason I feel comfortable, it's not down as much as some of these other investments. And it's a highly unlikely that we're going to have a negative for the year. When the average investment is not going to pay that much anyway, when you think about it, you might get, you put your money in a bank, you might get, 4% a year. It's not enough for me to want to risk my money in a bank. I could put it in buying a gold coin or buying it in some silver and do better than that. So yeah, I would agree with you 100%. It's definitely going to end on a negative. However, the hype button, that's because it's in the beta testing right now. Right now, you get hypes for free. You only get 3 of them for a full week. And after a week, it will reset. And so a lot of people will miss out on being able to hit that hype button. Especially if you watched another channel and gave it a hype, then you're probably not going to have a chance to hype this one. Hopefully you hit the hype on mine. Not every channel gets hype buttons too. You have to remember that. If they're a big channel with more than 50,000 subscribers, I don't believe the hype option is even there. And if it is, it's very little. The whole idea of the hype is to help little channels where you have a creator that is extremely pushing to try to grow the channel and just can't seem to take off. They don't want you to get discouraged, so that's why they came out with that. In the future, they're going to sell those hypes. You'll have to buy them, and they'll tell you, okay, you know, for $9.99, we're going to give you 20 hypes. You can hype your favorite channels. If you really want to help your favorite channel grow and get more views and more subscribers, then buy the hypes and help them out. At some point, they will do that. They've already done it in other countries. They've already launched it. So it's just a matter of time. Just telling a friend about these videos, though, helps get the videos out there. Sharing them, liking, subscribing, that type of stuff, it always helps. Let's see. What's up, Doc? Dr. K. Should be a great weekend to buy the dip. If silver drops further next week, it will be a great time to buy more. Absolutely. I would agree with that 100%. I'm picking up what I can when I can. A little bit slower right now. I didn't see many good deals this week. And I really didn't go out looking actually either. Okay, next one. How is crypto not just monopoly money? Like the actual pestle game paper. Pastel. Maybe it's pastel. Pastel game paper. Oh, yeah, pastel. It's like that light pink, that light blue. It's like the dollar without the protection of the FDIC or the backing of the government. Absolutely. And the military, too. Yeah. That's pretty much what it is, in my opinion. There's a few cryptos out there they're trying to launch that, you know, they've got cryptos now that they want to launch that are backed by gold. They're still waiting on approval. There's already some out there, though. It's funny because I actually watch one channel where he has dissed Bitcoin from the beginning. And now he is actually in the process of launching his own gold-backed crypto. The problem I have with that is the same thing when he talked about other people saying someone selling gold-backed securities or whatever the case may be. Why do I need to buy a gold-backed security when I can just buy the gold myself? Counterparty risk is where problems come up. If I have no counterparty risk, then that's it. It doesn't matter. But unfortunately, there's always going to be a certain amount in life. And so we've kind of got to roll with it. So that's my answer on that one. Okay. Been snatching up all the proof constitutional in capital holders. And I can get my hands on it. Do you like proof sets? The old proof sets. So, okay, so Ben, absolutely. So I have a bunch of proof sets, only if they're the silver proof sets, though. In fact, I've got a couple of, what do I have here in front of me? I've got all the way from 2001 box proof sets to 2009. I've got a couple of 4s, a couple of 5s, a couple of 6s. I've got two 2001s, two 2002s. The only one I'm missing is the 2008. That's out of the ones that are sitting in front of me. But yeah, I love silver proof sets. Plain proof sets, no, I don't like them. I hate to say that. I usually trade them off if I get them as part of a collection. I will just try to trade them off to somebody. Taking a look at the next one. And proof constitutional capital holders. I'm guessing that means the $1 coins. I pick up a lot of the silver $1 coins, especially if I can get a deal on it. I look for them boxes at $30 a piece for a silver dollar. I look for them for $30 each. That is a silver dollar, though, with some kind of, Special Olympics, the Wright brothers, the Wounded Soldier, that type of stuff. Let's see. Enjoy my daily stacking news fix, T. Thank you so much. Grab yourself a cup of coffee and listen in. I love it when people tell me that, so thank you. Gold and silver is the power in all times. Absolutely. Gold and silver is real wealth. It pretty much always will be. And so understanding that is going to put you in a better spot from the get-go. Thanks, fellow Gunny. Have a great weekend. Apple cider vinegar after your meals. Keep you good to go. I'll have to look that up. I've heard that still from a lot of people. Apple cider vinegar. I even bought a bottle of apple cider vinegar. Came home, put it in one of my cabinets, and it's been sitting there, and it's still sitting there to this day. I didn't really like the taste of it. I'm not going to lie. I may have to pull it out and just suck it up. Take a spoonful. Hey, my main man, Pots and Pans. How are you, T? I hope you're having a great one, Donnell. I hope all is well. I hope silver and gold do well and maintain their purchasing power. Excuse me. I should have brought my water. I didn't bring my water with me. Okay. All is going well. I think gold and silver will maintain purchasing power. I don't think it's going anywhere. It's going to be here to stay. A lot of people will miss out. And that's about pretty much all I can say about that. People are just going to miss out. It sucks, but it is what it is. I heard a very excellent point yesterday that Bitcoin/crypto has never been through a financial collapse/recession or major world war. As Saddam Hussein would say, it could be the mother of all dumps. So yeah, you would be correct. Bitcoin has not been around long enough for a recession, major recession, a collapse, really any recession. I shouldn't even say a major recession. I should say a recession or a collapse, because the truth of the matter is, U.S. claims we have not been in a recession, and we're not in one now, even though our knowledge would tell us otherwise. So yeah, I think people are going to learn the hard way. You have been watching CSC. I'm not sure what that is. But yeah, you would be right. CSC. What could that be? South Carolina? No, I don't know what CSC is. Let's see. Dave. How's it going, Dave? Hope you're having a great day, buddy. Let's see what Dave's got to say. T. Get some rest, buddy. Oh, I know, dude. I keep pushing myself, and every week it's something new. It always seems like it's one thing after another. The other day, I had to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning to start my day after I had went to bed at like 3 a.m. I had to get up at 5, and I didn't get home until 11 o'clock at night. I was gone all day. I was exhausted. And, you know, things worked out. I didn't even think I would have enough time in the day to do everything, but it all worked out. And that's it. I just went on and keep pushing to grow the channel, pushing for personal life, pushing to do better, and that's it. That's all we can do. Still stacking, T. Have a great weekend, my brother. Thank you so much. Happy stacker. Next one. People are dumping Bitcoin for real tangible assets. People are playing musical chairs right now. Absolutely. I think a lot of people are playing musical chairs, and I think they're probably going to learn the hard way when it's too late, and they're just going to be devastated. Let's see. Slow, controlled demolition. The great taking. You will own nothing. Oh, I can't say that whole comment. But you're going to be happy anyway. Problem, reaction, solution. Yep, you would be correct. Yeah, so it is a controlled demolition. We're seeing everything slowly come down. And here's the thing, with a slowly come down strategy, it's actually the best outcome for them. Because when the price of Bitcoin was at 110, it goes down to 105, it goes down to 100. There are people that keep buying every time it falls. And then it goes a little lower, and then a little bit lower, and then a little bit lower. And then one day you wake up and it has gone so low and you are sitting on so much of it that then the plug's gone. There's nothing left in it. You think you've got it, you've got physical, but before you know it, you don't have anything. So who knows? We'll see. When it comes to, I kind of got off on a tangent there for a quick minute. Yeah. If silver and gold goes lower, it can only go so low, in my personal opinion. With Bitcoin, though, I mean, you've got nothing anyway. Even when the price is 125,000, you still have nothing physical. So we'll see. Let's see. Morning tea. Let's talk silver and gold. I hope you have a great day. No rain here. Gregory, yeah, I ain't got no rain either. So we'll see. Hopefully we'll get some. I definitely need some rain, but we'll see what happens. Thank you so much for watching, Gregory. I appreciate it. And thank you all for watching. I think that's the last comment. That is the last comment. Let me just look for a quick minute. Yep, that is the last comment. So that is it on the comment part of it. How long have we been talking? Let me just see something real quick. 1 hour. Boom. With that being said, gonna wrap the video up here. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hope it gave you some stuff to think about. I do this every Friday, so if you want on Friday, be sure to log in, leave a comment, and that way Saturday morning you can hear your comment read out loud, and then, you know, get an answer to your question. So with that being said, thank you so much for watching, commenting. I hope you all have a great day. I hope you're subscribed to the channel, and I will see you guys again next time on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody. Have a great day. Bye-bye.